everybody, AJ Rizik here, and today we are going to take a look at how to add Chrome apps to our Linux desktop. Now looking at my desktop here, you can see that I am right now running plain Jane Ubuntu 14.04 or 14.04.1. It's got the latest update or whatnot. Um, and as most people know, I'm a big fan of the Gnome desktop. But recently, I set up a laptop for my stepdaughter, and she wanted to go with Ubuntu 14.04. So I set it up for her, and I hadn't used Unity probably since, I don't know, 11.10, maybe 11.04. So it's been a while since I played around with Unity. I thought, well, let's give it a spin, try it out for a while, see what how they've changed it and whatnot. And um, I've had to change my thinking a little bit as far as how I use the desktop, but eh, it's not a bad system once you get used to it. And actually, I'm going to do next few videos. I'm going to take a look at some of the different tweaks and whatnot that you can do to Ubuntu to kind of increase its make your productivity better, tweak it a little bit, because that's always been one of the complaints about Unity, is that you really can't do anything with it. Well, actually you can. You just kind of, you got to know what you can and can't do to it. So I'm going to take a look at some of those. So in a bit I'll do a not really a review of Ubuntu 14.04, but you just okay, here's my desktop running 14.04. Here's what I've done with it. Here's some of the other stuff you can do with it, so on and so forth. But anyway, in this video we're going to look at adding Chrome applications to your desktop. Now, Chrome is a pretty popular browser. Tons of people use it. And one of the neat things here with Chrome is all of the extensions, the applications that kind of go along with it. And let me just click my the button for my Chrome apps here, and you can see all these different ones. Let me throw me out of the way. Uh, you can see all of the different the different Chrome apps that I've got installed, and I've even got more over there. But anyway, um, there is a way you can go and have all these apps launched directly from your desktop. It's real easy to do. Um, and this isn't specific to just Ubuntu. This will work in virtually any Linux distribution. This actually also works on Windows. From what I understand, this will not work in Mac, but it will work in Windows also. And it's real simple. Okay, you've got, oh, let me open up a new tab just so I can start from scratch. If you go up to where all your apps are listed and go to your apps list page, okay, just like I did there. Okay, if you just go and right click, you'll find a create shortcut. Click that. Now you can see you can create something for just a application menu or desktop. Do both, and there's a method to my madness even if you don't want a desktop icon. So let's do the link that we'll just do all the social media. And I don't do I don't do the actual Twitter site. I use a TweetDeck, which is a really neat application. If you use Twitter very much, definitely check it out. We'll throw Evernote on there too, because I use that all the time. Feedly, I use that all the time. That's my RSS reader. Very nice. Okay, so anyway, let's get this thing out of the way. You can see what we got. Okay, so now you can see got all of these links on here, and if you go and you can just double click on one and it'll launch for you now. Came up on my other screen here. Let me drag it over. and you can see there's YouTube. Now for most of these, you can see it gave us an appropriate icon, but up here they didn't. But there's a way to fix that. If you just right click it and go to properties, if you just click on the little icon in the corner there, it'll let you change your icons. Now you may have some special icons that you've downloaded from the internet or whatnot, or something you created yourself. Um, Move that over, drag me over. Not that you really want to look at me, but why not? Anyway, okay, so just go. If you want to go and look at the icons that you already have installed on your system, you're going to need to go to your main file system and go to user, and I believe it's share, and then scroll down. Should be able to find a icon HI. There it is. Okay, and there's all the different icon sets that I've got loaded on here, and I'm currently using the Nitrix icon, so I'm going to try to match up what I've got here. Applications, scalable. Now I don't know if there's a actual LinkedIn icon. Let's take a look and see if there is. LinkedIn. Ah, there it is right there. So anyway, select it, open it, boom, you can see, and it switches it. And then I'll do the same thing to pin. And like I said, if you've got, if there's a certain, a special icon that you've got, you can go and switch it, whatever you want. So we can close that up now. And okay, so besides putting them on your desktop, if you want to put them, like if you're on Unity, if you want to put them on your launcher, you can just slide it over here, and now it's on the launcher. Pretty cool. So now I'm the kind of person that I do not like having a bunch of icons on my desktop. I like it nice and clean. I just want to see the wallpaper, that sort of thing. Well, just by going and adding them on here once, if you go and log out of your desktop, log back on, it will have saved all of these application launchers into, I forget what file it is, but basically from that point on, you will be able to go to the Unity launch, type in what you're looking for, and it'll pull it right up for you. And if you're on Gnome, it will do the exact same thing when you hit the the hotkey, the Windows key or super key, whatever you want to call it, and do a search that way. So you'll be able to pull it up like that. And playing around with it, it looks like you can, most of your desktop launchers, like Synapse and Gnome do, whatnot, they'll pull them up also. So that about sums it up for the actual applications. Now, let's say, for example, you've got, now these are like I said, the actual applications. Let's say that you've got a website that you go to commonly, and you want a quick launch for that. You can do that as well. Let's just say, now you can see I've got a bunch on my toolbar up here, but let's just say, let's just pick this one here, Scribophile. This is a critique group that I'm a member of for my writing. Let's say that I want a quick launch to go to here. you can still do that. Come over to your menu key and go down to Tools, create application shortcut, and same as before, just create it, and boom, we're ready to go. And let me get this out of the way. And as you can see, it put an icon right down there. Now, I have found there's two kind of kickers with this one. One, it's always going to give you the default Chrome icon, so you're going to have to come up with a different icon. Secondly, if you, as far as the search function, it's not going, like, I can't go and type in scribble file and it'll pull up in the search, because actually what it's listed as is this whole long description right here. Now you can go in and play around with your launch commands and all of that so that you can fix that. And I might go and do a video on that just so you can see how to make those changes and get the launch to work just right. But it's a little long and involved, so I'm not going to do it on this video. But if there's demand for it, just let me know and I will do a video on how to do that. It's not hard, just a little bit time consuming to do. But anyway, that's how you do all this. Now, like I said, with Unity, you can go and drag it over here and launch it that way. Me personally, like, what I would like, so that this whole launch bar doesn't fill up too quick, is like basically put all of my social media, like the LinkedIn, the Pinterest, the Facebook, Google Plus, TweetDeck, put all that into one quick launch where I can click it, then pick which one of the social media I want, and so on. Otherwise, if you're like me and you're on a bunch of whole different, a lot of different social medias, or like if you've got a bunch of websites that you go to commonly, you're going to fill this launcher up, and it'll take you 10 times longer to find stuff on the launcher than just by searching through the dash. Well, there is an application that you can download for Unity. It's called Drawers, and I'll throw a link on here. I'm going to do up a video on how to use drawers and add all these to drawers. So, like I said, you won't fill up quite as much space over here on the launcher. Anyway, that about finishes things up for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helped you out with a few things. What else is there? Not a whole lot. Anyway, thanks a lot. Be sure to click like if you like the video and subscribe if you want to keep seeing this great stuff. And I'll see you on the next show.